How you doing? This is Bishop Brown, and as I promised today, I was going to give you a preview of what we're doing with the Cyberprenuer Bootcamp, and that's coming up next month. Now, we have a wait list set up, and we want you to be able to sign up for the wait list because there are some very, very, very valuable bonuses hooked up with it. But before I get into all that, I just want to greet you and tell you that I appreciate you and all the support that you've done with us over the years. Uh, and in this particular boot camp, not only are we going to talk about our six-step formula for being a earner, really earning money online, but we're also going to talk about how to integrate AI into the mix. So you can earn money we're going to wait. What we teach is this. First, you want to start out ahead of the game. And the way that we do that is we try to purchase domains that already have some value. It doesn't do you much good to buy a $10, $15 domain that's worth $10 or $15. What you want is to have a domain that already brings in some traffic. These are the things that most people don't tell you. And it's one of the reasons that most people starting out online make $0. I know you hear about everybody who's making all the big money, but the fact is that most people going online make exactly zero as they start out. And even after they've been at it, there are people, some of you, this may be talking to you. Some of you have not made a dime since you've been doing online marketing and business. You saw the TikToks of people telling you that all you need to do is affiliate marketing, or all you need to do is Amazon drop shipping, or all you need to do is the Amazon affiliates, or all you need to do is the crypto, or you've seen all you need to do's that you can ever do, right? And you still came out and didn't earn any money behind it. Well, I'm out to try to change that situation. And you don't need to be one of those that make nothing. What we want you to be is to be one of those that make some money. All right. So that's what we're going to talk about. That's what I want you to get a hold of today. And we want to do that. And we're going to start out with the screen that I hope that you visited already. This is the screen for our Cyberprenuer Bootcamp. And the idea is that what we want you to see about this is that we're going to give you one of the bonuses that you get for signing up on the wait list is that you get a $500 value domain. Now, this is not me saying that it's worth $500. This is Amazon saying, or excuse me, this is GoDaddy saying that it's worth $500. And I think that that's not a bad situation to be in. Starting out and you already have something that has value. That's what we talk about. All right. I can't talk about everybody else and what somebody else didn't do. What I talk about is what we do. And that's important to me. And I hope it's important to you. So we started out here and we show you how to build profitable businesses, not just get rich quick gimmicks. I hate that, don't you? In our 6-step process, consistently, and we've been trying this, I have had to use this, and it has done it for me. But our 6-step process consistently builds businesses, not just one-offs, but businesses that make money. Now, we want you to empower yourself with the ability to overcome the fear of failure. One of the big, I did a search and I said, well, what are some of the biggest problems that people have? And one of those is a fear of failure. Rather, and also the overwhelm that comes from having too much information to be able to execute any of it. All right, that's another one. But we give you enough information, but not overwhelm you. We give you what you need to know, not just what you get to know. We want you to be able to do this stuff. Go do this stuff. It takes guts. Go and do this stuff. All right. And go undertake this stuff. GUTS. Well, that's what we want you to have, right? And we're going to let you understand this stuff as you get going. And so you're going to overcome the fear of failure of trying to make money online and get set back every day. That's not going to happen with this. You're going to discover the one thing it's so simple that it scared me when I found out, but it's the one thing that hugely successful online cyberpreneurs know, but you don't. And it's a lot simpler than you think. It shocked me. We're going to teach you how to future-proof your online business so that you can continue to benefit from it years from now, not just this month, not just next month, but we want to set up a rinse and repeat system that you can benefit by and profit from year after year and month after month, week after week. We want you to be on top of the game. All right. And that's what we're going to teach you how to do. And I'm looking over here at the side so I can make sure that you're seeing what I want you to see. And you are. So we teach you how to future-proof it so that it doesn't run out. You know, I don't know if you've ever had anything, but the internet and especially AI changes so fast that if you start doing something this month, it may already be old school next month. There's never been an explosion of information like we're going now, and people are making money. But the simple thing is that you need to do something that businesses everywhere try to do. And I'm going to tell you what that is. It's the one thing that separates the hugely successful from the not so successful. And in our boot camp, you're going to find out how you can achieve about a 50% increase in the value of your business quicker than you ever thought possible. So we've got a pre-launch special, and you've got 3 days. Actually, you don't have the full 3 days. We open up the doors in 3 days. We're going to start everybody and anybody, not just those that have got on the preamp list, but the wait list, but also those that come in later. We're everyone in that group. What we want you to do is to be able to to beat that by getting on the wait list now and not in 3 days. So that's why we're doing this on today and tomorrow so that you get ahead of that, right? And I'm just kind of going through that website where we talked about it. And we want to talk about the 6 steps. Let's talk about the 6 steps. First is finding the opportunity. With our system, the way it works is we start out finding a website that already has value, a website that already has some traffic, a website that Google already knows about. We start out there, and then we develop a plan on how to monetize, that means make money from that very website. And we craft a solid roadmap. We start there with a roadmap. Do this. We start out with, these are the pages that have ranked in the past. And these are the pages that you need to create new content for. And we do that so that you will have a way of keeping that traffic going. See, how many of you know that if you have a business on a street that nobody comes by, it's very hard for you to make money? If you're in a place where nobody gets out of their car because they're too scared, you're not going to sell a lot of pizzas. Am I right? Okay. If you have even any kind of business, a fashion business where nobody can reach you, nobody knows that you exist, you never get any street traffic, then you're not going to make much money. Well, the traffic, if it's already coming to your street, you want to start grabbing people that are passing your business by so that you can get and execute your profit plan to those people. And then we teach you how to set up this property. First, you get the domain that has value. Then you develop a plan on how you're going to monetize it. After that, we set up that property. What are you going to use? You're going to use WordPress. You're going to use Groove. What are you going to use to get this done? All of that is how we're going to help you and what you're going to learn in this boot camp. This is a hands-on boot camp. It's not just academic knowledge. It's not just heart knowledge. We're not telling you to go do what you like. We're telling you to go what's going to make you money. All right. And there's a difference. Some people in our business tell you to go find what you really are passionate about and then go do that. Well, what you're passionate about may not have anyone that's spending money to do it. You know I'm telling the truth. If you're selling capri pants to 80-year-olds or to 14-year-olds, you may not get a lot of business. If you're trying to sell vegetarian meals to cattle farmers, you might not sell a lot, right? We want you to know that don't just go with what you're passionate about, but go where other people are passionate enough to buy it. Such as, you might not be passionate about golf, but there are enough people spending enough money on golf equipment that you can make a pretty decent amount of money talking about golf. And then we tell you how to go out once you've set up that website. Once you've used WordPress or Groove or ClickFunnels, we'll show you how to get to all three. I use a lot of Groove. I use a lot of WordPress, but we're going to show you how to do it the most effective way. And we're not talking about that WordPress where it's absolutely free, because that gets you nowhere. We're going to talk about the WordPress where you have a domain and it leads to a WordPress site that you own. You're not just renting it, okay? So we're going to talk about utilizing the traffic that's already coming to that website and building new traffic to that website. We're going to talk about how to use other platforms like Pinterest and Facebook and IG, Instagram. We're going to talk about how to use TikTok to draw people to your website, to get something that you have, that those people that you've already identified as interested in the things that you want to sell from that site know how to find you. So we're going to teach you how to even use, now this is something, don't tell nobody, all right? Look around, make sure nobody's listening. Don't tell anybody this secret. We're going to show you how to use press releases to get folks to come to your website. Yep, press releases. We're going to show you how to take a Pinterest pin and create a steady profit flow, traffic flow that will generate a profit flow to your business. Yeah, we're going to teach you all of that in this class, in this boot camp, all right? And then we're going to teach you how to go from traffic to profit center. Not just getting traffic, but also making money. See, in the interim time between when we start this process of buying a website that has some value to it, to the point of where we sell the website, because I'm not telling you to keep this. Now, you can. There are websites that we've built that now they make enough money that it almost is silly to sell it. But understand that your website will generally have a value of three times your income. So that means that if you're making $1,000 a month, $12,000 a year, if you're doing that, then your website starts out at selling at $36,000. Say $36,000. Do those numbers, do you make sense with those numbers? Let's break it down a little bit more. What if you can only make $1 a day? Your website doesn't generate but $1 a day. Doesn't sound like much, but that's $30 a month, right? And $30 a month times 12, what's that, $360 a year? Huh? Is that something like that? Well, $360 a year times 3, that's $1,000. Now you've got a website that's only generating $1 a day. $1. There are 80 million people online, and you can only get $1 a day. Probably we need to do something different, but that's okay. We just want to have enough income so we can show people that there is income to this site, and they may think that they can build it much bigger, and that's great. But then we want to sell it. We don't want to just hold it forever. And when we do that, the way we do that is to show that it is a profit center. So you got to keep your records of what you're making. And how do you sell? Well, you can create content, which we partially use to get traffic. But another way to create content is to create something that you can sell on Amazon. Create a course around the topic matter. You can use, how many of you have ever seen those coupon sites that people have on their websites? Okay, where you go and it says, hey, look, you can get everything cheaper, and seen those. How many of you know that there are people and places that sell licenses for product? You can buy the whole license and then resell the thing as your own, okay? And it costs pennies on a dollar, for that. But you got to know how to do it. But once you're making some money, just $1 a day, $10 a day, $100 a day, $1,000 a month, that's not real big money, okay? It's not talking about real big money. But you could be making $36,000, cut it in half, $19,000 from the sale of that website. And guess what? They don't get none of your website until you get paid. Okay. That's just how we do it. And so those are the 6 steps. We start out, and as I showed you earlier, we find a property that already has value. We develop a plan for turning that value into money. We set up the property. You know how some of you have watched Flip That House and all of those house flipping. Well, we're doing the same thing, but we're doing it online. And in the interim, between the time we buy it and in the time we sell it, we're teaching it to bring some money on home to Papa. See, you get that money that's being made while you're building the site. You get to pay the rent. You get to pay the car payment. You get to buy the kids something that they want. You get to buy the wife something, the husband something that they want, the mate, whatever you got. You get to spend some money on the way because you've taken the time to build a business, not just a gimmick. Okay? So we go from there to getting the traffic and building that traffic up. We turn that traffic into profit. We turn that profit into an exit, a profitable exit when we sell the business. Now, this offer is only for those who join the waiting list. I want you to see something. I want you to see this. I want you to see this. See this list that's coming up? These are domains that have been appraised by GoDaddy already. Now, don't look at these fashionessentials.shop, the grandparents.net. Those don't have any value yet. Don't look at affiliatetrainingsolutions.com. It's only worth $441. Brown Beauty Bites. Some of you, it clicked in your mind. Well, now I could put so and so and so on that site, or I could sell such and such and such from that site. I could be my own drop shipper. Okay. No, don't look at that because it's not worth $500 yet. We're starting here with Fervent Writer. We're going to show you and we're going to give you some of these domains. We're going to give you some of these domains that are priced above $500 just for you taking this boot camp. Listen, I'm not talking about anything else. Just for taking the boot camp, I'm going to put $500 worth of value in your hand. Not by what I think it's worth, But what GoDaddy appraises is where now there are different appraisal tools, and some of these may appraise a little bit less. But the idea I want you to hear is that they already have value. You're starting ahead. When the last time you were able to start ahead of the game? Well, this one you can. All right. Look at some of these. CBD Wellness and more.com. That's worth $600 already. If you need a lawyer. Now, some of y'all know that the law business pays real money. I had a friend. He's passed now. He was a dear friend. Name was Fred Turner out of Augusta, Georgia. If you're from Augusta High, he was a pastor there. And before he went to Georgia, he was here in Texas. And he owned, get this now, he was not a lawyer. He owned law offices. He owned law. Yeah, he owned law offices. He hired lawyers to work in his law offices. What did he do? He went out and got accident victims, and they would get settlements through the law office. And as they got those settlements, he got paid. He owned 3. He owned them in Houston. He owned them here in Fort Worth. He owned them in Dallas. And he also had one in San Antonio. He owned law offices. Now, you don't have to go do that, what he did, but I want you to understand there's cash money available if you can send business to a lawyer. There's cash money available if you can find people who need a lawyer and then get them to go call the lawyer that's paying you. There's money in them there hills. I need you to know that. So that's just some of the sites. Look, Small Church Central. Now, this I bought to be a pet project of mine, but I don't have time. But there are enough. How many of you know that churches buy a lot of stuff? And if you can get traffic coming to your website for things that church, not the things the church want to buy, but they just come because they want to know how to increase their visitors. They want to know how to impact their community. They want to know how to keep their youth group inspired. They want to know when they come, they may have a need for speakers, amplifiers, just stuff for the Lord's Supper implements. They may need furniture stuff. They may need a number of things. What if they want flowers for Mother's Day and you have something where they can get a discount on flowers? There are a number of ways to make money from that site while you help build the kingdom, right? Better than part-time. How many people know people who need a job, still looking for a job, and they just, they're hustling. They're trying to hustle with running orders. Okay, you know the companies, Uber Eats and that. So they're running these orders to try to make money. What if you could show them some things that will work to make them money, and it's better than just part-time work? It'll make them money while they're going to sleep. There are so many people selling so many things that will pay you 50%. I've seen them as high as 80% commission for selling what they have to offer. There's a site, and I'm not going to tell you here, but I'll tell you in the boot camp, where almost everything on the site will pay you more than 50% commission. One of the reasons why I don't really talk a lot about selling stuff on Amazon and the Amazon Associates program is that it doesn't pay real money. 3% won't get me out of the bed. It won't start my car. It won't turn on the lights for my computer. 3% is okay. And at Christmas now, I make some money from the Associates program, but it's not my bread and butter. And it doesn't need to be yours, but better than part-time. A journey to retirement. How many of you know when you get my age, and I turned 70 this year, you're talking about retirement. How do I handle my money? How do I have enough to make it? What about diabetes? How many of you know that there are people spending money on diabetic stuff? trying to get their health back right, trying to find diets that work. I would go to Google just to show you right now how many people are searching for some stuff. Let me do that. I'm going to go to Google. Can you work with me for just a second? Because I want you to see this. All right. Oh, it didn't switch over with me, did it? Okay, so you're not seeing this page. All right, that's not good. Let's see if I can't do something about that. Okay, I'm going to start something else here. Okay. Give me just a second, and I'm going to hook you up. Okay, I'm going to hook that window up right there. Okay, you should be able to see this in just a second here. Yeah, there it is. This is the screen that I'm talking about. These are some of the domains that I'm talking about that you get if you get the ones over $500. You can pick some of these. All right, I'm first come first serve is how this is going to work. Reverse type 2 diabetes. Logo Me Inc. That has a lot of traffic. I bought that. I buy a lot of domains. TK Limited. Just think about that. TK. That can be your business name. TK. Or you might have food, whatever. Food 46. You can have a recipe site that sells cookware. What if you could sell cookware that you see on some of the TV channels that are selling junk all the time? All right. What if you could do that? Well, that's the type of website. Food 46 already has traffic from people who want to look at food and food recipes and all of those type of things. What about living in Fort Worth, living in FW? These are all, now I'm going to scroll down because I want you to see this. Look at the value of buyblack.com. Now, that doesn't come with the course, but I wanted to show you the types of websites that we normally get. Now, I want to go over here and I'm going to change my screen just a little bit real quick. And I want to go to Google and I want to put in diabetes. Okay. I'm just going to put diabetes, see what comes up. How many times do you know people just go to Google looking for stuff, right? Well, here's some of the stuff they're going to find. Diabetes symptoms and causes. I happen to know. Let me do this as well. Uh-oh, it's not up there. Oh, it's coming. It's slow because I'm recording everything. But I have a program. One of the things that I do in order to do my job and get money for the stuff I want to do is that I have software that tells me as I scan what people are really searching for. Look, this is the number of searches every month people are doing for diabetes. Look, over 12 months. This is what let's go the last 7 days. We don't have to go back that far. 800 searches a day. 800 searches a day, 600, not more than that. This 600 an hour. These are by the hour. Okay. Every day, people looking for stuff about diabetes, right? Let's go down here. I got so much stuff telling me information, but look, these are keywords about diabetes. This right here, let me make it bigger for you so some of you can see it. I hope it'll get bigger. Well, wrong direction. Let's try this. Well, it's doing something, but it's doing the wrong thing. Don't you hate when things do the wrong thing? This shows you that this is not greatly rehearsed. I'm doing some stuff that you can see so you can see what I already know. Okay, look. These are related keywords. Now, when you create content, and I'm going to show you how in this boot camp to use AI to create content. I need to change this. Okay. Let's go back to reset. Let's take it down size. Okay. This part right here. Type 2 diabetes. There were 368,000 searches. Diabetes symptoms. 300,000. Diabetes mellitus. That's the technical term for diabetes. Diabetes treatment. 8,000 people. Now, you don't have to get all 8,000, but if you can get to page 1, right? If you can get in the first group of pages for some of these diabetic keywords, if you get 100 people to visit, one person buys, you're making that $1 a day. Doesn't take a lot, right? Look at this one. There are 200 people searching every day for diabetic neck ring. Now, I've had diabetes a long time. Well, I don't have it. The devil has it. But I've been diagnosed a diabetic a long time. Right? 30-day the 30-day increment, it has increased in 800%. Listen, there is zero competition for that keyword. And 210 people a day are searching for it. Diabetic neck. I can't figure out what 3,600 people are doing searching for diabetic neck. But look at this. People also search for, if they're searching for diabetes, they're also diabetes diet. 98,000 people. Diabetes treatment. What is diabetes? All of these are other things that people are searching for. Signs of diabetes. Sometimes, have you ever, do you know people who come to you and say, well, the doctor says I got diabetes, but I don't feel bad. Well, that means they're going to go and they're going to start searching. Are there any natural remedies for diabetes? Those are things. And so when you combine that with these domains, that's just an example. The reverse diabetes is just an example. What if you had a Pinterest page just about doing logos? What if you could, excuse me, what if on your page you could go and have a number of different AI generated logos made? What if you did that for people on the side? Keto diets. I don't know the difference between a keto and any other kind of diet, but I know that there are people that care about it. You want to see how many people are searching for that? We can do that. Let's go over here. Let's go over here. And we'll just put it in. Keto. Now, of course, the new AI answers, ketogenic diet, also known as a keto diet, a low-carb, high-fat diet. Well, that tells us what it is, but what are people searching for? Let's go look. Let's go back down here and see what people are actually looking for when we're talking about keto. It's going to take a minute because I'm recording. My system is running slower than it would be otherwise, okay? And that's a problem, but I hope you'll bear with me for a minute because I'm hoping that you're seeing something that you like out of this. Please like the video. Please say something to wherever you're watching it. You may be on YouTube. You may be on Facebook. You may be on Instagram. You may be on X. I don't like calling it X. Twitter. You could be on any of those. But look at this. Keto diet food plan. Keto diet weight loss. Keto diet pills. Keto diet calculator. Do you know that with AI now, you could create a keto diet calculator Put it on your website. Now, we already know people are searching for keto diet calculator. 5,000 people. 5,400 people right here have been searching for the keto diet calculator. 5,400 people are already searching for a keto diet calculator. What if you put your calculator out there? What if you had this traffic coming in and then sold keto diet this and keto diet that, stickers and diet plans and a whole cornucopia of other stuff? What if you had that going on and driving traffic every day to your website? Okay. This is what you can do with the program that we're going to teach you about. You'll learn how to do this in boot camp, and I want you to be a part of that. I'm going to go on because I'm kind of chasing a rabbit. I'm 36 minutes into this, and I got to go back to where I was. All right. So we're going to do that. Let's go back to it. All right. So, like I said, don't wait on this time. Get this before tomorrow night. We'll get this before Sunday night. If you're watching this on Sunday, get this tonight. It's free to sign up for the wait list. And in order to get the $500 value domain, you need to be on the wait list. That's how I prioritize who's going to get them. All right. And if you've been like most people, you've been unsure what really works. You lack a clear system and a plan. It costs to learn and sustain a business, and you don't have the money to start with. Well, I'm going to help you. I'm going to start you out on top. You're already going to have something worth $500. You're going to have to cash it in. You're going to have to sell it. But the value that GoDaddy has assigned to it is already $500. Now, this course is not going to be free. Let me just tell you. I know. But listen, I found out something, and it hurt me because I was used to giving. I've been a preacher a long time, so I was used to giving away food, clothing, I worked with different Mission Arlingtons and Breadbasket Ministries and Open Door. I knew him before he even was pastor. If you're here local from Fort Worth, you know some of the people I'm talking about. In fact, if you're national, you may know about Tilly Bergen and Mission Arlington. They're nationally known. And I've worked with all these people, and I've run food banks and given away food and 12.5 tons one year. And so my mindset is just give it to them. But I've learned over time that the more you give sometimes, the more you handicap people so they don't do anything. Let me give you an example. E.V. Hill. Some of you have heard of E.V. Hill. He used to run a food. He was famous, nationally famous, internationally famous as a preacher who had a food. Not only did he give away food, he had a kitchen. But rather than give everything away free, he let you pay with it whatever you had. If you had a button, you could take a button off your coat. That would pay for your meal. Somebody said, well, why? What are you going to do with a button? He said, the button's not for me. But when somebody gives in order to get what they get, you don't strip them of their pride. You don't strip them of their manhood or womanhood. You don't deprive them of their humanity. Well, I'm not going to deprive you because I'm going to charge you. Okay, for a couple of reasons. Not only that, but also my house has to keep running. Okay, but what we're giving away is of far more value than what you might be asked to invest in yourself. I'm not talking about investing in Elon Musk. I'm talking about bet on you. I'm not talking about getting into Walmart stock. Bet on you. He didn't start with stock. He started with a store. Okay? He started with just one little itty bitty store. McDonald's. The guy used to sell milkshake machines. Okay, enough of that. But after learning the Cyberpreneur Bootcamp system, you can start making money on autopilot. You'll be able to wash, rinse, and repeat. Okay, do it, rinse it off, fix it a little bit different, and do it again. That's the kind of money you want to generate. Not tomorrow money only, but some ongoing, consistent money. If you can make $1 a day doing something, and every day you go out and make another $1 a day and set up a system that $1 a day is going to keep coming in once you set it up. If you can do that with enough $1 a day systems, you'll be making real money pretty quick. Okay. This is not another get rich quick scheme. In fact, you're not going to get rich quick. You're going to get rich consistently, hopefully. But like I say, disclaimer here, most people trying to make money online make zero. But I'm going to help you with the secrets that they don't tell you. I told you at the beginning that there was one secret that I was so surprised. And it's as simple as buy low, sell high. When you start out on this, you want to buy domains that already have value. You want to start with products that start paying you before you do anything. You want to start out ahead of the game, not behind the game. And yes, you can do it. Listen, go to the website. What is the name of this website? I guess I didn't create a thing for it. That's what I forgot to do. That was stupid of me, wasn't it? Well, let me take care of that stupidity right now. Now, if you want to set up a call with me, look on the screen right now. On your screen right now, you'll see a one-on-one call. You can go there to ifggo.pro/let's talk. ifggo.pro/let's talk. Now, last time I did this, people crashed. Okay, they crashed the domain. So if you don't get on right away, come back a little bit later. Write it down. ifggo.pro/let's talk. And I'm going to help you get going. Okay. And let's see. Let me put in this link for you and help you out a little bit. And we can't use the chat right now. So let's find out what we can use. Okay. I don't see it right now, but take this down. Believe it. I'm going to tell you what it is. It is Build Site Go. BuildSiteGo.com/CBC. BuildSiteGo.com/CBC. I know how I can do it for you. Watch this. BuildSiteGo/CBC. I'm going to create a new page. Let's go down to the bottom here. You can't see that, can you? I know. And we're going to make it pretty big for you. You'll be able to see it in a second. How about that? BuildSiteGo.com/CBC. BuildSiteGo.com/CBC. Remember, you're getting a $500 domain to start with. You're getting, I almost forgot. You're also getting a $100 discount for being on the web on this call, for being on the wait list. You're getting a $100 coupon discount if you sign up today or tomorrow. $100 coupon discount for the course. Now, remember, the $500 is almost twice what the course costs. So when you get also $100, you're stepping in big cotton. You're already still even more so, starting out with value. Okay. So buildsitego.com/CBC. You can email me, ifeelgod@gmail.com. That's I Feel God. James Brown, yeah, that's my name. That's my real name too. ifeelgod.com. ifeelgod@gmail.com. ifeelgod@gmail.com. Give me a holler, give me a ring. I hope this has been good to you. I've enjoyed doing it with you. And I hope if you have any questions, a lot more information is available on buildsitego.com/CBC. Sign up there. Get on the wait list. I'll talk to you again in a couple of days. Bye-bye. Bless you.